Hello, everybody. I am Keoni, and welcome to tonight, Demystify the Divine with the Black Feather Intuitive. We're doing a special tonight. We're doing a special for Stacy. Stacy has the night off, but we're going to do the best of. So some of you who have been longtime viewers are going to see yourselves on these highlights. I'd also like to make sure that you comment live tonight so Stacy can see the comments. We did this a year ago, and she really enjoyed it, and it was really fun with you all who participated. And I think that would be phenomenal to see that. Some of you who have been with her for years and years, and also some of you who are new to see some of the hijinks that goes on with her and everyone associated with Demystify the Divine. Before we get started with the fun highlights for you guys to watch over some things, this is part one, by the way. We've got part two coming up in 2 weeks, which is going to be even bigger and better than this one today. Hi, Indu. Thank you so much for being here. If you are here tonight, please make sure you comment so I can give you a shout out for your name so Stacy knows that you are here. Before we get into the highlights, special guest on here just to talk about Stacy and how much he's enjoyed doing some things with her. If you've watched her channel on Facebook and YouTube and also my channel, the last Wednesday of every month at 12 p.m., she does a mashup with In the Stars with Dwayne, where he does horoscopes and she does tarot and oracle readings. So Dwayne's going to come on just a little bit to talk about Stacy and how much he's enjoyed that. And then we'll get into the fun highlights of some awesome guests that we've had on and some hijinks with Stacy. Hey, Dwayne, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you, Keoni?
I am doing great. Jocelyn, I always butcher your name. Good evening to you too as well. And Lindsay, who's going to pop up in the highlights. Lindsay is here. Hey, Lindsay, thank you for being here as well. So, Dwayne, talk about you. You've been doing the mashups with Stacy now 4 months, starting back in November. I think it's 5 months. Don't judge my math. I'm from Florida. But how do you like working with Stacy and doing those mashups?
It's great. I feel like we're completely compatible astrologically too, because our signs totally cross each other. So it's amazing. So it's always great with her. And it seems like sometimes we even finish each other's sentences. We know what we're going to say, It's really good.
Yeah, that's one of the annoying things I hate about watching you two together, because I feel like you're replacing me that day. But you know what? I love it. I'm just kidding. I love it.
And someone needs to be ready in case you die or something, That's important that somebody can take over this enterprise that you've created, this whole thing.
Oh, this is awesome. Hey, Janet. Hi, Janet. How are you doing? Glad that you're here today. And Amanda, happy Wednesday to you as well. Miss LaPointe says she enjoys the mashups. Hey, how about this before you go, because I know you came on just to give a shout out to Stacy. The first person to put their birth month and day in the chat, Dwayne's going to give you a horoscope. The first person. So whoever pops in first in that chat with a birth month and a birthday, Dwayne will give you a really good horoscope. Thank you for enjoying the mashups, Miss LaPointe. We enjoy having you there. And Lindsay also says, I love to see the mashups with Dwayne. What's the neat thing about being able to give somebody a horoscope and also give them a tarot reading all at the same time?
What is it? What's what?
What's so great about that?
Oh, well, it's great because you get two perspectives from two different people, but somehow they always work out. Like, it's crazy how, she'll pull cards. It's not like she's sitting there with the card already pulled. Like, she'll pull a card and all of a sudden it's exactly what I just said, or so, it's wild. So we did get, it looks like 5-1.
We got 5. So Amanda S was first. She hit that button first. Amanda is May 1st. Go ahead and give her a horoscope. May 1st. I don't even know what that is.
Taurus we have Taurus right now during this season of Pisces is in a really good place, and you're kind of like trying to stay on top of what you want to make happen for your home, for your family, all those types of things. It is Mercury in retrograde. It started today and it's going until the 29th. So that could mean all kinds of craziness that will just really piss you off, Taurus, because you hate it when stuff goes haywire, especially when you have a plan. So my advice to you, Taurus, is to just chill out, go with the flow. Things are going to go haywire after the 29th. Then you can get back on that regime of holding people and things accountable for messing up your plans.
Awesome. Those are, man, I'm telling you, I love those when we do those.
Yeah.
Everybody's throwing in birthdays. I was doing a little competition to get the first one in. You know what? I'll do a second one. Does anybody have a birthday month that's actually in March? If you have one, put it in the chat. If not, we'll do the closest thing to it. We'll give you about 15 seconds because Dwayne's got to run. So if your birthday and month is in March, put that in the chat and it'll give you a reading, give you about 10 seconds, and I'm going to pick the closest thing to the date we're at. Hey, Ragu, good evening to you. Sorry, Neil's not here for you today, Ragu. I almost went and got him for you just so we could have him on here today, but my cat's here, but she's being a jerk today, so she's over there in the corner. Jocelyn says, good seeing you, Dwayne. So we don't have anybody in March, so we're going to pick the closest thing to March. What actually would be Ragu. He is February 22nd. February 22nd.
So that's a Pisces, and right now is your time. Things have probably really made a lot of sense to you. Things are probably going kind of really smoother than they normally do, probably in your emotional world, in your career world, all of that stuff. Today is the day, of course, that we go into Mercury retrograde, and that's going into Aquarius. And so what's happening is your outward kind of communication may be suffering a little bit. So maybe I would say for Pisces to not get so worried about what you say, and maybe you won't be worried about what you say if you hold back from saying what you really want to say all of the time, just at this time. When we get to the 29th and we get into Aries, all bets are off. You can say whatever the hell you want and nobody can do anything about it. But right now you might make someone cry, and that might make you cry, Pisces. So
well, Dwayne, you don't know this because you're not on Demystify the Divine, but Ragu's not going to be able to say whatever the hell he wants to say to everybody because there's a young lady called Indu that would probably not let that happen. So, but that is still a good horoscope. So, everybody, this is Dwayne from In the Stars. You can catch him the last Wednesday of the month at 12 p.m. He'll be on there in Stacy, and try to come in there and get a horoscope as well as a reading and guidance all at the same time. Thank you for joining us, Dwayne.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So awesome. All right. So the thing we've all been waiting for, let's get into the best of Demystify the Divine. I'll still be here.
All right. Oh, I'm seeing she'd love a love reading.
Tell her there's going to be someone tall, 6'1", dark and handsome, and his name might begin with a K in her future.
Uh-oh, Cheryl. Keoni's hitting on ya. You got another Taurus card, and Taurus is significant around love. Taurians are the lovers, the true lovers of the tarot in many ways, because they're all about the sensuality of things, the pleasure principle. So that's great. So we think about sex, we think about that minute, that second of orgasmic.
Now, I stopped at orgasmic because, again, if you have not watched the mashups at the end of the month, it's a little different than Demystify the Divine. It's also a little different than In the Stars when Dwayne does the show on his own. They kind of go everywhere, anywhere, and talk about anything. So I'm glad this clip is in here. I actually haven't watched these highlights yet, so I'm watching it for the first time with you as well.
Bliss and ecstasy. We let the energy leave the body, and then we're like craving more, right? Because the second it's done, you forget that feeling and you want that feeling again. Right. Kundalini energy says you don't have to forget that feeling. You've created energy, Don't release it now. Suck it back into the body. Use it. The body is a storehouse for that energy. So I'm not saying don't orgasm. I mean, what the hell?
Well, that's called edging, just in case you didn't know.
Oh dear God.
What we
Here,
want. Understand.
between the two of them, they're gonna actually get me kicked off of YouTube when they do these mashups. I'm telling you, they're gonna get me kicked off. And here's Indu. Nice.
And that you are giving birth to your own new energy. And nobody gets to dictate to you what that looks like but you.
I'll update you on whatever happens.
All right, that's
And you too, Keoni. I'll let you know how it went.
Thank you.
perfect.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Whatever
going
this
anywhere.
is going to be, you're going to be kind of frustrated. You're going to be
Terry.
like, I just spent all this time doing this and now I have to do something else. Just breathe through it, let it go, and move in the other direction. Don't think twice about it. It's great to see you, though. I hope you enjoy.
I'm sorry, Lindsay. Did that mashup between Stacy and Dwayne with the guest on there when they were talking about orgasmic energy or whatever they were talking about? Did that catch you off guard too? I see your OMG. And Terry is up. All right.
Enjoy your January, your 2024. It's an exciting time to be alive.
I know, right? Thank
I
you.
gotta come on the show as a guest, Terry. Every time she does my reading, I'm doomed. Right?
Talk to Neo. Neo will heal you.
So, funny thing, I had a couple of sessions today with clients who were doing my year in transformation service, which is like I do channeling, I do a card, in-depth card pull, there's a personal affirmation, like everything. You get everything, all the things in the stuff. There's a meditation and everything. And so I'm tuning in, I'm getting ready to channel with my eyes closed, and Neo comes right up into my face as I'm breathing deep, and I breathe in cat hair, cat butt, tail up my nose. The client that I was reading for just started howling. I'm like, thank God you've got a good sense of humor, because Neo really chooses all the wrong times to give me love.
Just love a card pull, please.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, there's
Neo, are you
Lindsay.
going to help me to pick a card?
There you are, Lindsay.
He's
Look
like,
at you.
maybe with my butt, mama.
Neil gets more airtime.
Oh,
than
this one
me.
flipped right out. Face the unexpected. Uncertainty is the only certainty. So there's something coming up for you. I'm hearing a work-related situation, but I'm also hearing something also that's going to mirror things at home that's not going to go quite the way you expected. But what I'm hearing is it's actually going to go better than expected if you keep your energy levels down and you don't react. It's about response. Awesome. So I'm actually going to...
You know, I've been interested to know this. Put in the chat what you guys enjoy readings from more. Tarot decks or the Oracle decks. I particularly like when I'm being read from the Oracle deck. I know sometimes based on the question, it could be a bigger difference. You know, when Stacy used to do questions of the day, or would she do it in two? But I tend to do like the readings that I get from an Oracle deck more than I do tarot. So let me know which one you prefer more, tarot or Oracle in the chat.
Actually going to pull an oracle card for you, and this is a new oracle deck that I got recently in that same batch of decks that I got, and it's called Star Temple Oracle from Susie Cherub. I love Susie Cherub's decks. There's another one that I've been working with. I think it's called the Water Temple Oracle, if I'm not mistaken. I actually have used it a few times in my Ignite Your Wings membership at the Phoenix Rising event. And the members absolutely love that deck and love the imagery of it. So I'm happy to share her new deck here. So let's see what we got for you. Ooh, the Empress of the Night finale. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. So feeling like there's definitely something that's coming to an end for you. I mean, obviously finale, but it's important that you not let it pass by without some acknowledgement.
I can imagine. I only have one cat, and I swept out the other day, and I swear I have 5 cats. So okay, I know some of you feel my pain. I detest the sound of my own voice, and I didn't know I was in the highlight. and I don't. I do not like the sound of my own voice. It does not. Your voice does not sound out loud like it does in your head. If that makes sense. Please tell me I'm not crazy. But when you hear your voice, it doesn't sound like it does in your head. I sound like Idris Elba in my head, and I sound like someone's put a cat down someone's throat when I hear it. I have what, 3 or 2? You have
I have
2.
2 cats and a dog, and
Oh,
they're all shedders. So yeah, the fur is
oh.
crazy.
So it's a.
And the cat thing is new for me, right? Like I
Uh-huh.
never had cats before. I always had dogs. So I
Mhm.
was used to like fur, like dog hair fur. This fur is so fine.
Oh,
You guys
no.
see me all the time. I'm always touching my nose, like on
Yes.
my face. It's not that I have some weird tick. Not that that's a bad thing.
Oh, she got me to laugh
It's totally
twice. Look at
fine.
that.
But I have to tell clients all the time, it's not a psychic thing. It's a Stacy thing because my freaking cat just, loved up on me and I got cat hair up my nose and in my lashes and now I'm itchy. Every one of my clients today, I had to say, listen, I'm sorry, you're going to have cat in the face. Because it was one of those things where I would like move so they could see my face while I'm talking and he would move to cover my face. I mean, it was very evident.
Your gang of animals. Well, let's see who's going to get.
So who did we have? Who won?
It was Zenjin.
Oh, Zenjen. All right, Zenjen. We are going to pull an oracle.
Also, let me know in the chat if you guys enjoy the wheel. I know when we do the Mystify the Divine, sometimes the show is 30 minutes. It doesn't last an hour, so we can't do a bunch of readings. We try to do 3. And I think I thought that was a good, fair way, just putting everyone's name on a wheel and picking. Tell me if you like that. And if you have suggestions on how to pick, 3 winners to get a free reading on Demystify, let me know that as well.
Or oracle card for you.
And we're not going to do it naked. So
We're not doing it
if you
naked.
thought we were, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jen. Sucks to be you.
Oh my God.
Maybe next
It's going
time.
downhill.
Okay. So we have the inner temple, life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. Ooh, check this out. Okay. So between now and next Wednesday, I feel like you're going to have a lot of, it feels like emotional up and down. And I feel like it's around a particular person, but it's like somebody that really shouldn't matter. Sometimes you get like focused on somebody for whatever reason, it triggers you, and then after a while you're like, why did I waste so much of my time and my energy on somebody that literally doesn't mean anything to me really in the grand scheme of things, other than that they're a fellow human on this planet, right? So I feel like this is kind of what's coming up for you in this, between this Wednesday today and next Wednesday. There's somebody that kind of gets under your skin, or you're just giving a lot of energy. Tell me a joke. Tell me a funny story before we go.
No, okay. Martin, I know you're watching this, Martin. Martin is our editor who does the videos when they're not live. And I already know where this is going. And all I want to say out there to everyone that's watching right now, I love y'all. Do not judge me on what's about to be said right now. I zoned out. And when you talked about you have a friend who juggles balls, I thought you were talking about me. And so I tuned back in. I was like, wait a minute, what did I have to do with this conversation? And then you said, there's too many and you lose your balance. I've never had that problem. So there you go. There's your joke. Must have had
There's
something to
my
drink.
joke.
Yeah, we have Lindsay. Lindsay.
Awesome.
Here we go. Oh, Lindsay's up again.
Hello. I'd love a card pull, please.
Awesome. So we are pulling cards today from the Shaman's Dream Oracle, and that's from Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron Reed. All right, Lindsay, here's your card. Ooh, it just flew out. 41, Moon Maiden. I love this one. New beginnings. So check this out. I'm feeling like, I'm seeing a friend. I'm seeing a friend of yours. This feels like an established friendship. And I feel like this friend is going to make a suggestion, kind of like, hey, I was thinking, I'm just going to use this as an analogy just because this came up recently for me. which was kind of funny. Hey, I was researching Bali. Would you like to go to Bali with me? And you're like, oh my God, I've never been to Bali. Yeah, that sounds amazing. What would that look like? Where would we go? When would we go? What do I need? All the things and the stuff. So I feel like there's a friend that's going to be proposing something that is kind of like out of left field, but also something really fun, something that I feel is going to be the kind of thing that is going to be a game changer for you, which I think is a lot of fun. I want to say to you, say yes to it, because it's going to be so out of left field that you guys are at first going to be joking about it. Like, you're going to be talking about it like, oh yeah, sure, this and that and the other thing. And then as you're talking, you're like, well, why not? Maybe we could. So I want to say to you, I feel like it brings a new beginning. And
Mia was like, Lindsay said, I was just re-listening. I saw the correction, Lindsay. Lindsay said, I was just re-listening to this reading today, and it was on point. It's so funny. Sometimes you get a reading and it's not meant for that day. It's meant for later. And sometimes you may not get the full scope of that. Those of you who just tuned in, because I saw a lot of people tune in, make sure you watch from the beginning. It's a lot of funny stuff to me in the beginning. We're doing the best of series with Demystify the Divine. We're doing it live with me. This is part 1. Part 2 is going to be bigger and better in a couple of weeks. We'll get more people that came on live and a lot more clips of people who got readings that were in there. Lindsay got in here twice, but hey, that's what happens. Jocelyn said, good seeing you all, Keoni. This was great idea. Hey, more to come, Jocelyn, more to come. It's got about 2 minutes of clip left. Like, I'm getting all of the camera time tonight. You get none of it.
Oh yeah, he is full on. He's been full on for a while. I've got a headache. I'm not feeling well today, so he's extra, because he's like, "Oh, Mama, I feel that you're not feeling good." That's one of the beauty parts of having an animal, is they're so in tune, like they're sensitive and in tune to your moods and your health needs and stuff. So yeah.
And we've got, is it Sue?
Sue,
yes, it's Sue. And Sue's request, Sue is such a good longtime supporter. I'm always happy when Sue wins, because she's almost always here, and it's always good to give Sue some good advice. Is any guidance from my spirit guides? That's what Sue wants to know. Does she have any guidance from her spirit guides?
They're showing me a model of the earth, a model of what we are growing into. And the reconciliation will happen, but it will not happen in the physical and the tangible in the ways that we want to see it, because it's going to take more time to actually get it to that space. Be safe, be happy. If you're, running into some trouble with this full moon energy and you don't know what to do, I'm here. I'm happy to help you out. I got the 30-minute essential experience and the 60-minute profound experience. If you're looking for a little clarity and guidance, I'd love to connect. And there's also the guidance on the go. If you just have one single question or issue and you just want a little tune in, I do those within 24 hours of receiving it. So sending you guys all so much love. Have an amazing couple of weeks, and we'll see you.
All right, everybody. That was the best of Demystify the Divine part 1. We're going to have part 2 in 2 weeks, and it's going to be, again, longer, bigger, and better. Just wanted to give you a preview. Please let us know in the chat if you like that. I see Jocelyn said that she loved it. Good seeing you all, Keoni. This was a great idea. When we do these, please make sure, and I'm going to be on live. I don't want to just put on a video for you guys to watch. So I love the interaction. Thank you for all that were interacting today. It looks like a 50-50 split for those who voted that they like tarot, and some of you like the oracle decks a little better. Colleen says, hey, Colleen, let me know, do you like getting readings from tarot decks better, or do you like getting readings from an oracle? If someone would like, while we have a couple minutes left, to tell me why you like the one from tarot or oracle better, go ahead and put it in the chat so I can read it. Those of you who come online, like Lindsay, who just commented, let me know why you like coming on live. I'm going to in the live in a couple minutes. I just want to get some of those things on here for Stacy to see because she always watches these. Ragu says, thank you, Keoni, for putting this together. You're welcome, Ragu. I'm glad you were on here. Me and you were not on here as much as Neo, but we get on here, right? Also, again, those of you who just joined, if you're watching the beginning clip, when you get to this part, the last Wednesday of every month at 12 p.m. Eastern on Stacy's Facebook, The Black Feather Intuitive, and on her YouTube channel, she does a masked up with In the Stars with Dwayne, who does horoscope. Ragu answered with Oracle is more varied and descriptive. That's why he likes the Oracle more. I guess that's why I like it. I'd never thought of it that way, but I guess that's why I like it. Anybody who likes tarot card readings a lot better, let me know why you like those tarot readings. But Oracle is varied and descriptive. That's cool. I also feel like they're more. Are they more illustrative? I don't know. I guess it would depend on the author. I mean, the not the author, but the person who created the deck, as illustrated as they can be. That's another thing that I like about Stacy is she just doesn't pull the card and just read what's on the card. She actually invests her thoughts and energy into every single aspect of the card. Like the time I got the card that supposed to be wealth, signifying things to do with money and investment, and she saw all the green on there and told me I needed to eat more vegetables, which is a conversation I just had a couple hours before the show with a friend of mine. So that's the kind of stuff she does that scares me. But anyway, thank you all for joining us for Demystify the Divine. Please make sure you join in 2 weeks because we're going to have an even bigger and better one. Thank you all for your support tonight, and we'll see you soon.